Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Corey with My Healing Crafts, and today I decided to hop on to show you. I have an idea with the butterflies that I made and making these cute little tags. It's all about tags that I'm working with today. And I wanted to start off with saying that there's many different ideas that you can do with your tags and all of that for your journals. And I mean, I did this one right here that on the edges they're trimmed with just from a little punch like this to actually make those corners and everything to make a different type of tag. And then I used, as you can see, I layered it up. It doesn't always have to go horizontal, like that. You can actually have it horizontal instead of always going vertical. And so I used washi tape, and I used actually the cut or tore down the blue paper here and then put some lace on it, and they almost look like butterflies. It's so cute. And then I did my book page, and then I did the stamp, and then I did the butterfly on top so that its wings could actually hang out like as if it's the top of the tag. And then I did this one, these two actually, as specimen cards, where I did what the idea that Toni from Crafty by Toni does, where she puts the thing on and then puts it, although I had to really glue these down because they don't glue too well, because this that I use is, it's on a really long sheet of paper, but it's really thick. And so it makes it hard to glue down any of it. Sorry, guys. Any of it. So I really had to glue it down. But I liked her idea of putting the specimen on top. When I do the paper butterflies, I think I'm going to try that. I do have, well, I had to use the die cut to help cut these out. But I have some in the wax paper, or I don't know if it's wax. No, it's not wax paper. It's just your regular like tissue paper. And then I have one that's, oh, actually, I think there's two here. But if I did it in with the paper, I would actually make it so it sat up like this, so it had more structure to it and all of that. But um, but I did the idea of the background stamp and then the flowers and all of that. And then this one is basically, done the same way with the specimen, which I'm actually going to demonstrate that today. And then I did my book page, and then I realized I had words upon words, because there's words in the washi strip, so it looks a little funny, but that's okay. We'll get over it. But I just thought these turned out really cute, and then it gives you extra writing space on the back with those ones. And then this one, I did layers where I did my book page, and then I took some of this this cheesecloth that I actually used. I think I used a long time ago Easter dye to actually get some different colors, and I spread it out onto the background of it. And then I used this colored, again, tissue paper, and I just tore it out, and then I stuck down the butterfly, and of course I put new arrival, and then I put a a not eyelet in it, and then the string and all of that, so that it has like a really cool effect and all of that. And then of course the glue, actually, from all of the discoloration from this, is actually coming through, so it looks really cool in the background. I really like that one. And then this is a simple one. This was already pre-cut from a pre-existing thing, and then I just kind of stapled down the butterfly. However, one thing is that's, you'll have the back of this, so I might actually put tape over this and actually end up using this as like a side tuck in a journal. You can even do these. I did many years ago and never completed, but as you can see, it's just these stamps that I have that you can make tags from. And as you can see, it's this long one right here that I did. And see, again, tags you could put, and you could keep it even fairly simple even with this one, and put the butterfly on there and just leave it like that. I mean, if you wanted to leave it really simple, that way you have extra writing on the front and then you would have writing on the back. You could do your eyelet in there and all of that. So, I mean, it just simple little ideas for your tags. Like this would be great for if we just put down the butterflies on there, which maybe I'll do that while I'm on and all of that just to demonstrate. But you have to use a lot of glue because this is just so thick and it just does not like the glue. Did these a long time ago where I had this stamp right here that is a jar, and then this is a dragonfly, but I've also done little tiny butterflies and then wrapped the string around so that it's, you know, just a little element for your journals as well. And here, why don't we go ahead and just do these simple ones, just to actually, before I do that, because I realized I did not ink around these at all. So what I'm going to do is bring in, here, we'll move all of these ideas here. And I think we have to ink around that one too. We will ink around these simple ones right here. But ideas, because I am getting ready to actually do a fairy journal for one of my daughters. And so I thought I'd get a head start on some of the tags. Sorry for shaking you again on the lifetime table. So it makes it really hard. I'm trying to make it so it does not tickle you too much. It's just really hard to not do that. So just kind of get this done really quick on both of these. Maybe even the jar one. I already went and prepped the other one that we're going to work on the specimen one. But I really like the way that these are turning out. I just think they look so cute. Easy to do. Lots of fun ideas for the journals and all of that. So I'm just going to simply get some ink around the edges. You don't have to do this if you don't want to ink the edges or any of that. It just helps bring out the colors in all of that. Now, I won't worry about the jar one today. Then we're going to glue down this purple one right here onto this purple one. So I think it goes actually quite well with purple. And again, I just have to get these they sit for a while just so that it will actually stay on. But it just looks so cute, and it just brings a little something into your tag. And then we'll just hurry and we'll glue down this blue one onto this one. Looks like I'll be doing more butterflies because I just really like the way that these turned out with the alcohol inks. I think I want to try watercolor, but I don't know. We'll have to, maybe on the paper ones, but I think that would be fun. And I like how they're translucent, so you can see through them of whatever is underneath as well. But like I said, just a simple little tag that you can do. So now we're going to jump over and we're actually going to do a specimen. As you can see, I got both sides ready, and all I did was I cut the two pieces out together, and then I used my circle punch and I put it in as far as possible and kind of lined it up on the sides and then punched through it so that the circles will line up on both pieces when I glue them. And I went ahead and prepped again, that photo paper, using it again so that it can be used. And we'll go ahead and we'll get that glued down. So I go kind of on the outside of the circle here, and a little bit more on the outside here to try to get it adhered. And we're going to squash that down just like that. And then we can go ahead and glue this whole thing on. And we're just going to put a fair amount of glue on here, especially with where this paper is, because again, it just does not like the glue. Need help with this. But anyways, so then we're going to take this side and we're going to simply line it up to get ready to make our tag, and then squish it down. Any excess glue, we can just wipe it off. And you can round the corners on it if you don't want them to be so sharp and all that. I think I'm just going to keep it this way. And then we're going to decide on what we can do. I have this whole stack of all of these stencils here. So you could use a stencil to help, put a design into it. And actually, I think, let's see if I can, I like how this is, that it would actually wrap around the edges there. And I think if I flip it, I can get it to, I can go on the top. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually use this part of this stencil, try to stay within this little bit of the stencil to get it down. And I think I want to use, I think we're going to go, well, depending on which butterfly. This has a little bit of purple. This is a lighter purple. Not a whole lot of options here right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we're just going to use, I think we're just going to go use the Stays On right here, possibly. Maybe. Hold on. I'm trying to decide if this is what I want to do, or I don't have a whole lot of these, so it makes it hard to be able to do this with colors. Let's see. So we've done lots of purple, so maybe I kind of, well, no, that has green in it, so I like that. But let's see. I think that would be too blue. Uncharted Mirror. Let's see. I don't have a whole lot that goes with this, and the stress oxides. Well, maybe we'll just go and use this vintage photo on the oxide. And actually, I haven't used it yet, so. And we'll get a little finger dauber, and we'll see how this all works onto here. And we'll just kind of just get it on there. I guess this really works with the finger daubers at keeping your stuff in. So it's probably darker than some of it, but that's okay. We'll just keep it dark. That's right. Ooh, I like that. And then we'll do it again around this edge here to bring in a little something. And we'll just get it on and make it look good. You know, this is one reason why I like crafting, because you can actually have lots of ideas out there, and you can personalize it to the way that you like your crafts. And I think that's just the coolest thing in the world to be able to do. I'm just going to hurry and let's move you for a sec, get you out of the way so we can get that off. Perfect. All right. And now I think what we're going to do is want to bring in a little something at the bottom. I'm trying to decide what to do. So we've got, because this has purple, I wonder if I can use a little bit of this and we'll tear it up. This is some more of that. Oh, it's not wax paper, but it's in these sheets that I have. But I dyed it with some dye, and I just like it because this is what I'm going to use for Halloween in my Halloween journals and stuff because of this. This is a great purple, but I think it goes rather well with this. So I think what I want to do is start it right here, and we'll just, well, not the greatest tearing job, but hey, what we'll do is, just so I can kind of see about the width that I want, and then we'll tear down a little off this edge here, and then a little off of this edge. Now we'll bring in a little something here, and then we can just tear off the extras that are hanging right here. And yeah, I like that. I just think that's really pretty. And then I think I have this, let's see if I can find it. I had this little tiny, it's going the wrong way. Well, I have this tiny piece of book page, but that's maybe if I put it down underneath like that for a little bit right here. And then I did a bunch of, I did an idea that Toni did and stamped out a bunch of stamps that I have to make some tags to be able to use. Like, look, I even have this one where I did a purple butterfly, and we can actually have it be something like this and maybe put a little something else with it. Let's see if I can't find anything else. Even like, actually, let's see about this, because I do like, although this wasn't cut all the way out, but kind of like that. Decisions, right? Always the decisions. Let's see. And I can even though this doesn't have a whole lot of words on it, what I could do, just to bring in a little something, because I do actually do like this one, I would actually finish cutting out the rest of what I didn't on this, because I thought I'd just do it as I'm doing the ticket, you know, like whatever craft I'm doing. But I really do like this, so maybe we'll just use this ticket on there for an added element to bring in something. Here, let's sweep those away. Come on, let's go. because either we could use this tag or we bring in some more purple into it, but that's, no, not that. I think I'm going to keep it with this, but I want to add in some more book page somehow. So I'm going to, let's ink this a little bit. This is going to be fun to ink right here, just like like that. That's how we'll ink it, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and glue down this little section because I like it over in that corner. Again, we're just trying to bring in different stuff, textures, dimension, whatever. Okay, and then we have this, and maybe I'll try inking some of the edges on this, which who knows what this is gonna take to it. I just like this purple. It reminds me of Halloween. Okay. Then we will, I do like this rip edge. I know it's plain and we're going to keep it plain. I'm just going to ink it, but I want to tear the edges here so that, let's see how far, a little more. All right. And no, I will not be saving that. Okay. Just bring that in and we'll ink that up. That's this side right here. We're going to make this one a little bit darker to bring in another element to it. And I like how easy these can be. And you can come up with so many different ideas for your journals. But I mean, I could even keep this like this plain, or I could add more. Oh, and I already know that the glue it's going to do some interesting stuff once I get this glued down with the dye. And I really like what it does. I think it's a cool way to bring in another element as well. So we will just, come on, glue. Come on, come on, come on. Just need a little in that corner. Then we'll just go like this, and we'll get this glued down like that. And I will get this section glued down as well and bring in that part. And then we'll put down our tag. And make all of this just look really cool. And I think I'm just going to put it right here. All right. Well, then I was looking at my die cuts and I realized that I can actually die cut some, oh, straight, die cut some, where did I put them? Oh, this is exciting because I'm going to use some of that paper, that heavy duty photo paper, and cut out some bugs as well. But then I can also do some dragonflies and then do the really cool stamping with it. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we are just going to glue down this butterfly on the top of it. And if you see fit to do more decorating on yours, then by all means, please do. You know, I'm just trying to do a quick video to kind of show another idea moving forward on a journal that I'm getting ready to make. So, and voila, got a cute tag right there. And I have, so this journal idea actually came from idea of the length of it came from G from Happiness and Crafting. And I actually used watercolor paper, and I made this cute little journal here, and these super long tags to go in it with these cute little pockets. Again, like the cute little fairy that you can see kind of back behind everything, and it's just, you know, like super cute. And then it's just regular paper that I threw in together to make a quick journal so that you can have fun. And then in the middle I did, you know, a fairy when after I bound it, so that you have this cute one. And then here, you, as you can see, it's not the fairy at the bottom but on the top, and just goes inside of here. But it's just super cute and fun little tall journal. And I mean, like, this would be a cute addition to a journal like this and all of that. But well, I hope you liked what you see today, that you can give me a thumbs up, and that you subscribe to my channel and leave me some encouraging things. And I hope that you will join me again. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. And if you're new to my channel, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch my videos and everything. And I really hope that you have something to take away from all these, you know, different ideas of tags that you can do for your journals. And if you make these cute butterflies as well, that I hope that you will come up with ideas for them as well. And you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye.